So this man knew that he was going to die and he wanted to be remembered, so he built this place. There's his design. 21st century Stonehenge, Mystical Horizons, John Jack Olson. His work brings his vision to humanity, a Renaissance man. He was years ahead of his time in concepts and designs.
That's as long as they don't destroy the place, you know.
Yep.
You know, people have a way of dragging stuff off.
Wow, this is quite the place.
Yeah. There's a telescope device. I think it points out the North Star. If I remember right. What's it say here? Star. Yeah, the North Star is what it points out. So if you look up here at night, you see the North Star.
What the heck?
Right now you can't see it.
That's how you look at the North Star. So the man that died, he built this?
Before he died, yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Let's go over here. There's nothing to see there, but. Oh, yeah. What do they call that when they're into the stars? Solace?
Oh, yeah.
Solace or something?
Yep.
The rhythm of the seasons. Seasons in the sun. There, you can get a picture of that if you want it.
That is
The
so
winter
cool.
solace, summer solace, autumn, and so forth.
Wow.
That's about it. I guess we're gonna walk over here. Oh, yeah, this is a sundial.
Hickory dickory dock. What the deal?
By the shade, you can tell the time. Now, it looks to me like it must be around 3 o'clock by the shade here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 4:14. Let's see, this would be 4. Maybe it has to be the summertime before it's accurate. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we just went an hour ahead of time too.
Oh,
That's what throws it off.
that's right.
So it is right.
So it is right. It's just
Yeah,
daylight savings time.
ruined everything.
You know, even the Bible says that they will think to change times.
Yep.
Mystical Horizon.
That is so cool. Jack Olson's vision of a century 21 Stonehenge. October 2005. But guys, we are in the Turtle Mountains, right up along the Canadian border. Look at the view we have up here. You can see for miles. And look at the drop off here. We're above the treetops. Wow. Guys, I'm gonna go for a ride. Time warping back to 1929. Look at this rig. I wonder if I can fit in this thing.
You had smaller people back then.
Woo!
The other ones were made, they had bigger doors on the coupe when you sit down.
Uh-huh. Look at this thing.
Model A highway.
Yep. And this is what kind of car is this?
This is a Model A Roadster.
This is a Model A. This is the first time I had a ride in a Model A.
Oops. There we go.
This thing runs like a charm.
He was very practical. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, wasn't the Model A? No, the Model T was the one that he made that was supposed to be more affordable.
The Model Ts were all black. You had a choice of colors as long as you liked black.
Yep. So, this is so cool.
Well, these cars never had a highway like this.
Yeah, they were used for something rough.
That's right.
Nope. How fast did this thing go?
But this one here, I think about 55 is good enough.
Wow.
Cruising speed 45 is plenty fast.
Yep. This is for somebody you went through a bouncy road, you know? Yep. I'm up here in the Turtle Mountain with my buddy Gary Londier. He's my musician friend, a hillbilly singer, and we're having a blast today. Riding the old Model A in the Turtle Mountain.
I introduced Levi at my booking agent.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay too well. I had to turn the music. So we had ourselves a ride in the Model A. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Jerry.
Okay, there.
Look at this engine.
Here's where I hooked up the heat gauge. It's a magnet. I just stuck it on with a magnet. Here's a cutoff switch. They used to have fuses years ago, but this is a breaker. You know. And my overflow down there.
Yep.
I even put a diaper on the bottom to catch the oil.
Oh yeah.
And
But
I put a different fan on this one too.
you know, these older vehicles, you could do a few of those things, just kind of patch up yourself, you know.
You can. I remember Dad said the rod went out, so they took the pan off, pulled the piston out, and put the pan back on. And they kept going.
Yep.
They did stuff like that back then.
You could, because you didn't have all this crazy stuff. You had to tear out the whole engine to get to the battery or something, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, she was simple back then.
Yeah, life was way simpler. This is a neat car. I mean, this is like mint condition. Nice. This is a 1929 convertible. That is so neat. I just cut it out so you don't see me going from the camera, you know.
You old shucks.
Yeah, there's all kinds of ways of cheating, Jerry. Okay, let's make some music. You're right there with me.
Yeah, let's try it again. I thought this was a neat story. The little girl was she needed discipline, so mom disciplined her, and she didn't like it. So she ran in the bedroom, went in the closet, and all of a sudden, mom could hear this noise. So mom went in there and she opens the door and she says, "What are you doing?" She says, "I'm mad and I'm spitting on your shoes." And then mom says, "Well, what are you doing now?" She says, "I run out of spit." That's about the keenest little story I think that I've ever heard.
Yep.
Do you really want to go? Do you really want to go? Yeah, Cheryl, did you know that Levi was Amish?
No, I haven't been Amish in almost 14 years.
Well, you know.
I wouldn't be doing this if I was Amish.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Are you in the old order?
Yeah, that's what they call it, old order, yeah.
Well, one thing it always bothers me about a lot of denominations. You know, they shun you if you don't follow suit,
Yeah,
and that's not good.
nope.
You know, people have a right to be different, and if you want to be different, they should leave you alone. We started homeschooling.
That's the greatest thing you can do. is
And
homeschool.
I remember Dad, when Mom said something that was negative about homeschooling, Dad said, "Leave them alone."
Yep,
And he didn't claim to be a Christian.
right.
He said, he knew enough to say, "Hey, back off."
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, I feel like, you know, it takes more courage to overlook our differences we have with one another than it is to just block one another off.
That's a bad disease.
Yeah, it is a bad disease. That's how it is. There's a lot of people that are trapped in the Amish
I'm
because
sure glad that we're all made different, because if we're all like robots, it'd be pretty
you
boring.
can't put they put everybody in the box. You know, I mean, some of those Amish guys they had the ability to auctioneer. I mean, they couldn't use it because you can't be an auctioneer. You know, they had God-given talents that they couldn't use.
Are your parents still Amish?
Yeah, my parents are Amish.
Where did you come from? What place?
Well, I was born and raised in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of my siblings still live there, except for I have one brother that left the Amish. He's a semi-truck driver. He's got his hazmats and everything. He's come a long ways from a horse and buggy.
Mm.
He's been in the oil field, been all over the U.S. and over the road trucking. I mean, it's just he can back up a semi without pulling forward. He's just that good. Well, he loves driving truck, you know. But you know what's funny? When he was a little boy, we had a little red wagon, and Grandma had a cement sidewalk, and he would play for hours on that cement sidewalk, backing up the wagon without pulling forward. You know, maybe he had some makeshift trailer behind it, you know, and stirred that.
Oh,
And
really?
that's
At
how-
what age?
At that age, and then later on after he left, he would do that with a tractor, and when it came with the pickup and a fifth wheel trailer, he just had it, you know.
Well, that's cool. They say, "Train a child up in the way he shall go,
Mm-hmm.
and he will not depart from it." But, well, I've always felt this, raising a family. You know, kids make a lot of mistakes. Catch them on the good things they do.
Yeah.
And if it's bad, maybe you need to think about it before you holler at them.
Yeah.
I remember one time I told Delton, I says, "When I get home, you're gonna get a good spanking."
Yeah.
Well, when I got home, he had about 5 pair of pants on. He still got a spanking.